Doug and PA back with another video. So this is part 4 of my women on TikTok complaining about the student loan debt series. You guys seem to really like these videos on my channel, so here's a couple more for you. And before we get into the compilation, some quick info. Women own 70% of the student loan debt and make 80% of the consumer decisions. The average woman with a graduate degree or higher is between $80,000 to $100,000 in student loan debt. And last but not least, like I always say, a woman's debt should be a disqualifier for consideration for a serious relationship or marriage, guys. Do not marry a woman with a bunch of debt. Don't do it. And always have that conversation before you start getting serious. If she's upside down on her house, has a $1,000 car note, is $100,000 in student loan debt, you need to get out of there. Okay? So let's get into this first one.
Hey, my TikTokers. Right now, I want to talk about student loan debt. I'm going to be honest with you. I owe at least $350,000 in student loan.
$350,000, guys. And I guarantee you, she says, I have 3 master's degrees. What are the 5 that women always get, guys? I always say it on my channel. Psychology, sociology, social work, a criminal justice, is some kind of liberal arts degree. Come on now. She's cooked. $350,000. It costs $285,000 to raise a child from 0 to 18. She has a child in debt, guys.
And I did that to give my 3 young men privilege. Okay? All 3 of my children, my 3 sons, 25, set of twins, 23, all graduate from LSU on an academic scholarship. Okay? One makes more. One makes more money than me, and one makes what I make. Okay, the other one is getting his master's on an academic scholarship. Okay, when I left Washington D.C., when it was the murder capital of the world, I lost so many friends that were males. I told myself that when I have young men, I'm going to give them back to the universe, because we lost some great men to the crack cocaine era.
Okay. But how is you being $350,000 in debt helping what you're talking about? You're $350,000 in debt. Come on. I'm hoping that they don't see your debt and think that it's okay to just be in a whole bunch of debt.
But getting back to this $350,000 student loan, I ain't never paying it back. You understand?
At least she's honest. There's no way she's ever paying that back.
And I'm going to tell you why. With my reparations, okay?
This is my first time watching this, guys. I saw the blonde hair and the piercings, and I was like, I'm not going to watch this. I'm going to do a live reaction. Where are my reparations? Guys, Doug in PA is black. I've been black on this planet for 42 years, and that makes me laugh. Let's all laugh along.
Where is the jobs? And when we get these jobs, where is the money? You know what bothers me? I lived in Washington, D.C. all of my life until 1994. And when I go to Washington, D.C. now, it's gentrifying, okay? I have no problem with gentrifying if they was giving property value to black people the way they was giving it to us when we were redlined. When I say us, my great-grandmother came from Georgia and moved to D.C. in 1920s, her and my great-grandfather. She purchased her house for $7,000. And in 1994, she passed, and we were still redlined, and she was only able to sell that house for $50,000.
You know, guys, I live in the DC area for 9 years. I just moved to the South like 3 months ago. Okay, whoever she's talking about should have stayed, because you know that gentrification is going to happen. Just keep the house and stay. So I know plenty of people who were developers and all sorts of these young professionals. Uh, they sold their houses to for for profit. She sold at the wrong time. Look, housing. This is the free market. Okay, you win some, you lose some. I don't like when people try and say that there's some kind of design with the market to disadvantage certain people. Nope, it's the free market, lady. Sorry.
Now, when I look in the window of her home, her row house, with some upgrades, not with some upgrades, see two young white faces, and the property row house is worth $850,000. My great grandmother lived in that house longer than anyone, from 1944 to 1994. So, with that being said, where's the income? Where's our income? I can't afford to pay back the student loans because I'm still trying to use the 3 master's degrees that you said pull us up our own bootstraps.
How did anything of what she said contribute to her signing the promissory notes on those student loans? This is basic financial literacy. And if you live in the United States of America, like you're exposed to enough to try to want to be financially responsible, and she wasn't it. I didn't hear anything she said that justified her being $350,000 in student loan debt. Did you guys? Let me know in the comments.
No, it's from systemic racism. They get rid of systemic racism. I'll help pay the $350,000 worth of loan. Goodbye.
There it is, guys. There it is. What do you say to that? And you know what's going to happen? She's going to not pay those loans. They're going to garnish her check. They're going to take her tax return. Yeah, so go ahead. Don't pay it. And she's talking about be an example for her children. Good parents pay their debts. How about that? Okay, case number 2. Now, I haven't seen this one either because, I mean, look at the look on her face. And it says student loan strike. I know this is going to be a good one, so let's go.
Fuck the U.S. Department of Education for
She starts off just swinging haymakers, man.
ever and always. And let me tell you why. If their failures as a system and them goddamn predatory loans weren't enough, these motherfuckers are committing fraud and getting away with it. They're getting away. I'm not paying them goddamn student loans back. However, even if you're not just like me, let me tell you why you should check on them. I'll say between last year of August and October, I got an email and a letter in the mail saying that my loans were being transferred and that there was nothing I needed to do. They're just letting me know. I don't trust the fucking government, so I'm making.
This girl, man. What is she in her like mid-20s with all this vitriol? And I hope she says how much she's in debt, because to be this angry, she has to be at least over 50,000. I guarantee it. I'm
making sure I'm staying abreast, checking my credit, checking everything. One day, I check my credit karma, my credit score. This bitch has dropped 100 points. And when
So I'm telling you, don't let your loans get into default, guys. Don't do it.
I say 100 points, I need you to know I'm not exaggerating. I'm not being funny. It was at least 100 points. It might have been 101, 111, something like that. The stupid fucking Department of Education transferred my loans, and in doing so originally all of my loans from this school showed up on my credit score as one loan, so that's one account. When they transferred them, they closed this one account and opened 8, one for each semester I had been there. Do you know how fucking crazy it looks on your credit score to suddenly close a young account, I should say, a young account, and open 8 new ones? You know how fucking crazy that looks? They dropped my shit 100 points. And then, obviously, I'm calling every credit bureau. I had my shit frozen. I'm like, These motherfuckers just committed fraud. They just opened.
No, she's lying, guys. I have a small amount of student loans left because my work, my day job, is paying them off, and my loans got transferred between two different student loans services, and that didn't happen to me, not at all. Because just like the worst part about the recession in 2006 is a lot of big banks bought up a lot of smaller banks, and that's the same thing with a lot of loan servicers. A lot of a lot of the big ones bought up the loans from the smaller ones. So I guarantee you, almost everyone, I think everyone I know that has student loans, have theirs transferred from one to another, and I didn't see my credit score get hit at all.
Opened 7 accounts in my name. 7 accounts in my name. No consent, nothing. Every credit bureau, my bank, every motherfucker I talked to was like, yeah. Go on. So then after stupid fucking Joe Biden does his, see look, the spit's angry. After stupid fucking Joe Biden does his little show, if we're gonna cancel student loan, knowing good and goddamn well they wasn't doing that shit. We all knew that. So I'm not even angry about that. I knew they weren't canceling them goddamn.
Yeah, she's right. I mean, I knew for a fact that was gonna happen either. And I knew too many people, once again, every other kind of debt rose when student loans were paused. And there are people just operating like, oh, I'm never going to have to pay them. Yeah, boy, were they wrong.
Student loans, it was just a show because that was what he campaigned on. He does that, and now I get an email that student loans are supposed to be due in October, whatever the fuck. But in addition, because these are 7 separate accounts, they expect me to pay per month. Or excuse me, 8. 8 separate accounts. They expect me to pay per month on each of these fucking loans. Now, here's what's really making me angry is I was lucky. I got hella scholarships. That's how I chose my school. So my loans are pretty minimal. But if that's not your story and you still ended up having to pay a lot out of pocket or whatever, or had to take out a large loans, you should still be able to get a fucking education. I was a straight A student all my life, worked hard because that was what I was told, that if you work hard, you'll get these scholarships, did that, and still am expected to pay 8 loans a month. These motherfuckers are stupid. And they're not getting a goddamn dime. Hey, not from me. The job I got as a college grad pays me $16.50 an hour. I couldn't afford to pay that shit if I wanted to, and I'm not.
So what do you think she got her degree in, guys? Social work, psychology, liberal arts. All that anger. The bottom line is you have to sign up for these loans. A lot of people that are defrauded, that are victims of fraud, they don't get to sign on a line saying, I will pay this back. Okay? You did. That's the difference, young lady. Sorry. And case number 3. This is another one. PSA, student loan strike. Guys, this student loan strike thing is never going to be a thing. Okay? If these ladies think somehow they're just not going to pay the student loans back, and don't forget, student loans are the only debt that you can't get rid of in bankruptcy. So the only way out of this mess is to not put yourself in it in the first place. Ladies, if you go to state schools, get a degree in something that's going to make you money, because us guys, we are not standing for it. Guys have less debt than women. And the only people I see doing this student loan strike thing are women. Let's see what this girl has to say.
Okay, the actors are striking and the writers are striking. But what about the girls who owe student loan payments starting this fall? Okay, hear me out.
That little mouth smack thing, I can't stand it, guys.
I feel like if we all band together, you know what I'm saying, and collectively agree that we're not paying them back, I just think are you picking up what I'm putting down? Look.
These women, man. You know, I say go for it. Yes, we are picking up what you're putting down. You know what? You should update us 8, 9, 10, 12 months from now, 2 years from now, on how that's going for you.
Your credit score, yes, it's going to take a hit at first. But all of our credit scores can't suffer. Why? Because that's bad for the, say with me kids, economy. Okay? That's when the government has no choice but to make the student loans disappear.
This girl's out of her mind, man. Student loan debt has turned into such a big business that ain't ever happening, man. There's a whole billion-dollar industry on student loans, maintaining them, interest, student loan servicers. Come on, man. That ain't ever happening.
Just make them disappear. What the Supreme Court gonna do? Huh? Supreme Court want to be big and bad. What they gonna do then, huh? Okay.
Guys, this is the type of woman that you need to avoid. Because for you to go on social media with this amount of vitriol, like the last girl, and anger, they have to be so deep in debt. And once again, guys, this is not your problem. You have to have these conversations with these women, and she may be pretty, she may tick off all the boxes, but if she has a bunch of debt, like a woman's debt is a reflection of her decision-making process, guys. Avoid these women with a bunch of debt. I implore you. Let me know what you think about this in the comments. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and I will catch you on the next one.